Hello there. Welcome back again. Another day, another NGS headline to watch. Since it's the end of the year, I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but well, unsurprisingly, however, it just well, not to say that it's bad or anything, but it does not really feel like it's different in a lot of ways anyways. Oh well. Anyways, I'll just summarize it in the very quick fashion. Firstly, they show us about Super Genesis Festival. There are some very huge rewards and boost events, and even the seal boost events and stuff like that. And yeah, we get a lot of stuff from these stuff, but yeah. Other than that, we have the first half, which is very weird because I not sure why, but at the first of next year, we'll be getting like the New Year decorations in like Retham City. I'm not sure about Alio, but I think they are also probably getting it. And then there is going to be like just 10 days for that whole decorations to suddenly change into like the winter theme again, which is well, I guess that is a very short one, but oh well, Japanese tradition stuff, I guess. So at the tent, they changed into another different decorative kind of a theme again, which is more towards the winter season. And the NPC that exchange items will change costume once again. I I don't know, man. I guess seasonal events are like very good for returning players, but I'm not exactly sure if people are going to return just because they are, you know, seasonal events coming back again. I guess the very cool weapon from last this month is still going to be viable because they are going to last throughout the whole seasonal events. And we'll get the Seven Deadly Sins collab, whatever. And I guess that's fine and dandy. I guess there are some other like little stuff here and there, but yeah, it's mostly just same old, same old. I I really do wish they actually put some substantial new stuff inside the game at like the first month of the year, but it seems like they just mirror the last year situation again, which literally is just celebrating Christmas, and then after that, Christmas seasonal event will just be extended until the whole New Year event, and then the New Year event will be extended to another a seasonal winter event again, and yeah, that's literally buying time for more development time again by the same staff, I suppose. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if they really need to buy time, I understand, but doing seasonal non-stop is kind of getting a little bit fatigued, don't you think? Now, sure, you can get a lot of free stuff. You can earn a lot of free stuff from here. Yeah, but oh man, I'm not really sure the player base is really just going to anticipate just another season event again and again. And I unfortunately I it does not seem that they are going to change it another time again. So yeah, I guess this is another kind of a seasonal break time for them again for the developers as well to celebrate New Year and maybe Christmas at the same time. So whatever, I guess. Because these seasonal events are maybe just alright. It does not consume a lot of time to develop, I suppose. There are also some new AC scratches, and if you like some of the older ones, there's a revival as well. And yeah, some cool accessories here and there. And well, we get a new SG scratch that is very ironic considering the fact that the recently released story is all about this character, and I guess people are now. I think the devs are like thinking like, oh, we are now going to love Manon because of what's going on with the latest episode, I suppose. And now it's so funny that they actually included this shield that has Manon's pictures on it, and it's so funny. It literally looks like a plot armor shield or something, and it really feels like if you equip this shield, you literally can manifest the ability of the over boost from Manon, literally. But I'm just joking. Of course, it does not happen. But yeah, it's just very funny to see a whole SG Scratch to be teamed upon just one single NPC character instead of like multiple others as well. And yeah, I guess we had to wait longer for Aina stuff again. But oh well, I guess that's how it is. Then, of course, we finally get the most important part, which is like near the end, where Mr. Yuya Kimura will appear again and represent the whole Fantasy Star crew, and talking about how he was grateful that we are still playing the game, and they have been developing on the new roadmap as well for the first half of 2024 until June and July, which is quite long to be honest. But this is the first time where the roadmap seems like all right. But I think the main issue that I'm just having problem with this whole roadmap is that they still haven't have like lore behind all these starless bosses that are like stuck inside the dual quest or something. I i wish all these bosses has a reason to exist, but apparently, yeah, they just appear there and we need to take it out just because, and it really just diminishes the the roles of all these big bad bosses to just exist somehow. So I don't know what is going to happen in the next few chapters, but I guess it will all converge into us going to the new open field, which is maybe how to say, after looking at that whole footage that they provided for us to see, it seems like it is most likely in either above in the sky and Lucille residential area, or it could have been like a central city residential area. I don't know about that, but I just know that it has a giant Clarissa like kind of an orb in the center, while the whole city is like literally orbiting it. But regardless, new open field is fine. Uh, and then there's also the new well, I guess the battle system that they call. But let's be real here. It's just the AIS system, I guess. Uh, Instead of just holding turrets, which yeah, I'm really tired of just holding turrets, to be honest. We finally get a proper vehicle that is not a surfboard, that is not a bike, or that's not a jump pad or whatever. We finally get something that allows us to just keep flying throughout every single open field. And I think that's going to be very convenient when you are trying to you're trying to, travel around in the open fields, especially in the new one. I'm really curious on why they are actually going back to the residential area, as it feels kind of nostalgic. As in base PSO2, there's like one of the first areas as well that we get to, visit back in base PSO2 was still new. And also, the residential city areas are usually like the stages for prototyping for base PSO2 as well back then, before the game was actually being called PSO2 back then. Yeah, it was kind of a nostalgic feeling looking at the whole city again. It does remind me of Tokyo, but I doubt it's Tokyo, of course. And of course, the whole Gundam system. I mean, the new battle system, I quote unquote, I guess. It looks pretty cool. And it definitely feels more like a meteor system from Gundam Seed. But I guess the reason why they have to replace AIS with these kind of units is so that, well, players who have been, customizing their cast characters definitely can adapt accordingly and just build their characters to literally look as cool as possible while still using this new battle system. That is the reason why this battle system looks like this. Yeah, it might look awkward at the first time you look at it, while your normal human looking character is like, I don't know, riding it at the first time. But it does make sense if you riding it using a very, very huge cast like character with a lot of like decorations on your body. It'll definitely look much cooler with this like I don't know, Metal Gear thingy, or a meteor kind of a system. I'm not sure what's the name of this whole system, but definitely going to have an official name. Probably not AIS, but maybe something close. Other than that, I also wanted to know if these systems also allow you to customize it or not, or if they have like different units based on your classes, or something like that. Because I'm really glad that they finally brought something like AIS back into the game. It's just that it does not look like it's a very mobile kind of a movement unit, unfortunately, but we'll just see how they work, I guess, when it releases in the future. But other than that, it's just the same. It's just more of the same stuff. The collabs are actually increased. How to say, the quality of the collab contents has increased since, I guess, several collabs before. But I I don't really have anything much for these collabs, unfortunately, because they have lacked certain character stuff as well, because unfortunately there's like 7 characters in this anime that they collaborate with. So I guess some people will actually want a certain character, but they're going to choose type 2 over type 1 characters, definitely. So yeah, that's just how it is. We got 3 characters, and that's just all we get, except for maybe the weapon. Somehow we get the Excalibur Holy Sword instead of like, I don't know, Escanor's Golden Axe, which I wish it was actually part of the weapon camo in the AC Scratch. But oh well, I guess not everything is going to be able to fit into AC Scratch, fortunately. Then of course they definitely announced like the whole Niji Sanji is going to be the next collab at February, because I think Niji Fest has already announced it earlier. That's why they actually announced it anyway. So it's alright. I think I just wish, instead of just creating like, all these collab content, I do wish the collaborations is not just AC scratches. And I just wish that the AC scratches are one thing, but I just wish the collab content also have a gameplay element that is attributed or like dedicated gameplay content for the collaboration as well. Because back in base PSO2, we have like Final Fantasy 14 collabs, which has literally a fighting a boss from there. And then we have like Monster Hunter collab, which is pretty cool. We can get to fight one of the monsters from there. And yeah, and Evangelion actually literally having a UQ for you to hunt down a certain angel, literally. I really do wish those kinds of content come back again. And of course, not let's not forget about the Sword Art Online thing as well. But yeah, that's like that's really just one of a kind that I just wish they really put more effort into the collaboration stuff. But that's just how it is, I suppose. They probably don't have enough manpower to develop the content alongside with the fashion stuff, so they only can choose one, which is the AC scratches, I suppose. I guess that's all. If I miss out something, maybe I remember I've seen there is actually more customization techniques, more tech customization coming. There is also the increase of the level cap, which might mean that we might be getting a 11-star weapon in the future soon in 2024. But I'll be holding back against that judgment because I don't know. But other than that, I think if you remove like the whole Yuya Kimura section, I don't really think it's that interesting in comparison. Now, sure, it's just the start of the new year, so people can give it a bit of a slack, I suppose. But what I really wish for New Genesis is that I just hope that they are able to employ a lot more staff members to work on the content, the core content of New Genesis, to make it as competitive as other live services there is. Because if they manage to do so, if they are able to consistently release stories, if they are able to consistently release core contents, I think the whole player base will finally be coming back. But so far, what we are looking at is just recycled stuff over and over again. And the reason why I'm very blunt this time around is because there is already 2 years the game has existed. So, you know, if I want to be lenient, if it was like the first year of the game, I'll be lenient. But it's the third year already, and I really do wish the best for this game. But looking at it, unfortunately, people are going to prefer other games other than New Genesis at this point, unless they have a crazy drastic change again. So this is just my summary for the New Genesis headlines. So if you guys like this kind of content, and maybe if you wanted to watch more of my content in the future that I'm making currently, maybe leave a like and subscribe so that you can actually watch them in the future when I actually release them. And for now, I'll just say happy holidays and happy new year. Sayonara.